Hello, I'm Rico Cavella, and this is the Fearless Aging Show, where in every episode, my guests and I, we strive to offer you proven tips and strategies that you can utilize immediately to greatly help you to improve your overall health and well-being. So we're here to inspire you and empower you to become your best self so you can live your best life and so you can go out and make a bigger positive difference in the world. All right, so the title of this episode is Beyond Weight Loss. Now, this is such a big and important topic, uh, as you well know. And so I'm actually going to go through an ebook that I wrote many, many years ago be, called Beyond Weight Loss. And I'm going to go through some of that book for you because it's got so much good information in it. So I want to make sure that I get as much of that to you today as possibly. But you can also go to my website, agelessliving.lifestyle.com, and then go to the products, and you'll find this ebook there. It's only like $7. And one more thing too, also quite a long time ago, a partner and I of mine, we produced an amazing weight loss program called the Fun Program, which F stands for freedom from dieting, and U stand for understanding your true body's needs, and N stand for new strategies and ways to live. I think something like that. But anyway, it was over a 50-page guidebook. It has six DVDs covering all aspects of your mind, body, and spiritual wellness system. And it used to sell for $197. And we've just got a few of those left, comes in a binder. So if that's something that you could be interested in, you can find that there also on the products page. And again, I got it reduced down for just $37. So you can get all that great information that you could keep for reference material. And it's only $37. Okay, so I'm going to start off. I want to read the beginning of my ebook, Beyond Weight Loss. If you're one of the millions who have been misled, fleeced, and frustrated by what I call the 4P phenomenon, pills, powders, packaged foods, and preposterous promises of lasting weight loss, then this report is for you. And this show is definitely for you. So my goal in producing this report is to inform, educate, entertain, and inspire you to move beyond the futile struggles of permanent weight loss forever. My goal is for you to gain a fitter, healthier, and happier body for the rest of your life. And as with all breakthroughs in life, this new strategy requires a major shift in how you think, how you feel, and how you act. So I encourage you to open your mind, take a deep breath, and read on. Or in this case, just listen on, watch on. Okay, so now we know this is a huge challenge because it, the current facts show that over two-thirds of Americans are overweight, and it used to be one-third, well, maybe just one-third of those are was considered obese. That's grossly overweight. So it's a huge problem. And I want you to think about this. The weight loss industry is over a $200 billion industry. So think about this. With all these products for weight loss, all these diets, all these programs, if they worked, we'd be a nation of slim people, right? But yet we continue to become the fattest nation in the world, us and Mexico. So what can we deduce from that? We deduce that actually all this stuff doesn't work. So why are you still doing it? Remember Einstein's famous saying, a good definition of insanity is doing the same things over and over again, hoping for a different result. So that's the first message you got to get. If you want to be insane, then just keep on trying dieting and pills and powders and all these food packages and all these different programs that tell you can lose all the weight you want in 30 days, or you can lose 50 pounds in 50 days. So what is it? But here's the truth. There's no magic bullet. And I want to give you something that may shock you, but you know what you need. I want to show you how you can instantly reduce your stress over trying to lose weight, and you can instantly reduce any concern about weight loss for the rest of your life. Are you ready for that? Are you ready for that? Here's the answer. Stop trying. Stop trying to lose weight. It doesn't work. First of all, it's no fun. It's really stressful on your mind. And again, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. So what should you do instead? Well, first of all, it's not about weight loss anyway. It doesn't matter how much you weigh, it's how much excess body fat you have. So the first thing is it's really about how to reduce your excess body fat. It's not about weight loss. So one of the first things that I recommend to you is to throw away your scale and stop weighing yourself. You know where those weight tables came from, a certain height and how much you should weigh? They were just made up by the insurance companies. So if they had a way to measure people so they could charge you whatever they wanted to charge you for your health insurance. So just throw away your scale. Have do you rarely get on the scale and you're real happy with the result? Most of the time, you're not happy with it, right? You lose some weight and then you gain some weight. And you go back and forth. All the yo-yo type things, your diet that we know is. So throw out your scale, stop weighing yourself. And it's really concerned. What we want to teach you is the best safe and permanent ways, natural ways that you can reduce your excess body fat. And really, obviously, you can get your body fat measured. Maybe some gyms do that, or at your doctor's office, or anywhere where it actually measures your body fat. That'd be worthwhile to know. And basically, uh, for women, a healthy percentage of body fat is between 10 and 25%, and for men, uh, well, it's about between 10 and maybe I got that wrong. Maybe it's men between 10 and I think it should be between 10 and 20, and maybe be 10 and 25 for women. Okay, but the main thing is you can also just decide if you can pinch more than an inch of fat anywhere on your body, you've got too much excess body fat. So we're taking a new approach. We don't like to lose. Here's one of the other reasons why weight loss doesn't work very well, because it doesn't. The message is sent into our mind that we lost something. And what do we do when we lose something? We try and find it, right? We don't like to lose anything. So what we need to do is gain. So you have to make a whole mind shift. So your mind shift should be, I want to gain a healthy percentage of body fat. I don't want to lose anything. I want to gain a healthy percentage of body fat. I hope that makes sense to you. So you have to change your mind to change your body. And I have in this book now, again, there's so much information in this ebook, and so I don't have time to go through all this stuff, but I want to give you a few of the basic tips. And one of them, we have 7 breakthrough principles, and one of them is just like anything that's not working properly in your body, you want to learn to treat the cause, not the effect, not the symptoms, as mainstream medicine does. And the same thing with diets and all these pills and packages and things. They're just treating a symptom, and they're not lasting, and they can also cause more health challenges down the line. So first of all, you have to learn how to treat what the cause is. And so first thing, you need to know what really the cause is. So the number one thing is, first of all, if you are really over fat, you have a lot of excess body fat, you need to get checked up by your doctor and make sure that you don't have a hormonal problem. Because if your thyroid's not working properly, or any hormonal imbalances, no matter what you do with your eating or your exercise, you're not going to be able to reduce that excess body fat. So get a checkup and with your medical professional, and so you know what's going on as far as your hormonal system as well. Okay. And then next, one of the big reasons that people just continue to go on these diets and don't stick with them, or they don't really get the right exercise program or the right diet or the right food for what they should be eating, and they don't really, because you're not really feeling that, you're not loving yourself enough. You're not really feeling that good about yourself. Maybe you have low self-esteem. And so that's why you don't stick with it, and you just complain about this diet didn't work or this, that. That's not what it is. So you got to change your mindset. And that's what I work with my clients. That's what we got to work with in all my Ageless Living lifestyle training programs. You got to change your mind first, and you got to believe that you can be successful. So once again, you got to focus on getting your body healthy and fit, and then what the body that shows up, that's going to be the right body for you. Not everybody's going to look like the fitness model on the cover of a magazine. So you got to get that out of your head. That's really, really destructive. Showing all these thin, lean people. Everybody's body type is different, and if you have a little excess body fat, or you're a little bit wider, that's okay. As long as you're fit and you're healthy, that's what you want. And you can be healthy and still, not have what we sort of think in this society is the perfect body shape. Okay, so you got to create a holistic program. So we have here. I have there's all these different laws uh, uh, that are really important. So if you get the ebook, you can check all those things out. I told you about the fun program. So getting started on a program is is the most important thing too, is goals. You got to set the right goals. In other words, if your goal is just to lose weight, or even if your goal is just to reduce your excess body fat, that's not going to happen. You have to tie a goal. The real key to creating successful goals, it has to be tied to what's truly important in your life. And so what I do with people when they say, I want to lose weight, well, I say, ask them why. You have to drill down. Why do you want to lose it? And they might say, well, so I can fit better in my jeans. Well, what do you want to fit better in your jeans for? Well, maybe I'll look better and I'll attract more friends, or a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Well, why is that important? So you just keep going down. And usually what it comes down to is have something to do with your family, because that's what's truly important in your life. It's yes, you want to look better and all this sort of things, but really, usually what I've heard so many times when we drill down is, well, I want to be a good role model for my children, or I want to make sure that I'm not going to die of a heart attack, or or die too young, like most people who are really overweight do. I want to be around to support my children. I want to be around to be there with my children, or something to usually to do with family. So anyway, you have to drill down and really find what's really important to you, and that's why you want to get a healthier, leaner, healthy body. So I hope that makes sense to you. So that's the most important thing of all. We talked about consulting with your doctor. And so we have three strategies. One's the clear strategy. That's what we mentioned already. You got to get clear on what's really important, and you got to set the right goals, and you got to change your mindset and believe in yourself and love yourself more. And then basically we have what was called the care strategy. And the care strategy is how to care for your physical body. So we're all biochemically unique. So you need to develop an eating program and an exercise program that's going to be just right for you. And we're so different. It depends on your body type. It depends on what you like to do. Depends on how much body fat you have to reduce. But I'm just going to give you some basic general guidelines. Now, first of all, the most important is your diet. Movement's important, but diet is the most important thing. If you don't get a handle on your eating, you're never going to be able to reduce that excess body fat. So I'm sure you all heard about, intermittent fasting. That can be very helpful. Again, it's unique depending on what your lifestyle is. How soon you got to get up in the morning, what you got to do, how you work, all those things. So that's what I help my clients with. And so again, I want to let you know that if you're having all of these challenges, book a free call with me, and we can discuss what challenges that you're having, and I'll get you going on the right track. All right. So right now I'm going to take a real short break because I've got that message for you, and then we'll be right back, and we'll get into as much information as I can give you in the rest of the time that we have. All right. Well, my commercials don't seem to be playing. Hello, I'm Rico Cavella, creator of the Ageless Living Lifestyle. If you are concerned about premature aging and you want to avoid disease and old age and you want to live a more healthy, energetic, and vital long life, I have proven solutions for you. So number one, go to agelessliving.lifestyle.com and take our aging quiz to see how well you are doing. And number two, book your free coaching session with me to discuss your wellness challenges, and I promise to get you going on the right track. You can transform your health and your life, and I can help. Okay, we are back, and I hope you take heed of that message. It's all free. Again, I'd love to connect with you and get you going in the right direction and help you as much as I possibly can. And then, of course, we could, if you wanted some coaching, which is really helpful, we can talk about how we might be able to work together. Okay, so eating, you've got to get a handle on your food. And here's some real basic things. First of all, you've got to eat real whole foods. And what I call real food, that's my most popular first book I wrote was called Real Food, Real Fast. In fact, one of our previous shows was all about real food, real fast. So you might want to go back and check that out. But basically what it is, you just got to eat what's real food is what's grown in Mother Nature. It's organic fruits and vegetables and nuts and seeds and some healthy grains and some healthy animal products that are raised naturally without any hormones and chemicals and that sort of thing. So real food doesn't come in a can or a box or a package that has a label on it, because it doesn't need a label because it's already made by nature in just the way it's right for you. So you got to try and eat as much whole real food as possible, eat as much raw food as possible. And then the thing is, there's some eating tips as well. Well, first I should say, again, you have to know what foods are best for you. So one thing that can be considered a really health food can be almost deadly for some people. I have a friend that if he eats any nuts, you have to rush him to the emergency room because he can almost die. So you have to get checked up. So again, I highly recommend you consult with a nutritionist or a naturopathic doctor who can really give you the tests, and so you can really figure out what foods really are best for you. And because many foods are causing you allergies, and again, if you have a lot of allergies to some foods you're eating, that's another thing that's going to really restrict your ability to reduce that excess body fat, because your body's hanging on to that excess fat to protect you. So that's, and again, if you're overstressed, your body's going to hang on to that excess body fat. So we just did last week, we did a show on stress reduction. So you want to go back and check that show out as well. So basically, you got to eat real food, and you can't overeat. That's the biggest thing, is people overeat. So one thing that you can do is start out with not just big portions and not a real big old plate. But the most important thing of all is to slow down, eat slow, and chew your food. And not only will you get a lot better digestion, but by the time you ate a certain amount of calories, your body goes, oh, that's enough. I feel satisfied. See, if you eat real fast and you're just putting it down, your body doesn't have a chance to catch up, and you think you're still hungry, and then that's why you overeat and you eat too many calories as well. And it's a complex subject. Certain foods are better for you. Again, it depends if you're pre-diabetic or you're diabetic, all these things. That's why it's good to get some help. So eat slowly, eat the right foods, eat whole foods, and learn more about intermittent fasting, how that can work for you as well. So let's talk about movement now. I want to tell you an intervention study that was done not too long ago. They had two control groups, and it was based on weight loss. And so they had one control group exercise real intensely for an hour every day. And the other control group, they said, don't be sitting around, keep moving throughout your day. Just keep movement. It's not that you can't sit at all, but move. Don't stay just sitting around for long periods of time, and keep moving. And guess who lost the most weight at the end of the control study? The people who just kept moving. So that's the key. You don't have to beat yourself up. You don't have to go to a boot camp. You don't have to do extreme. You don't have to run miles and miles. As a matter of fact, slow jogging for long periods of time have actually been shown to actually slow your metabolism down. So all this slow jogging that people have been doing trying to lose weight and hasn't been helpful, that's why it actually can slow your metabolism down. So you probably heard of interval training, where you work pretty intensely for maybe 30 seconds, and then you rest maybe for about 1 minute, whatever feels right for you, and then you go back up and take your heart rate up again and drop it down, and just about like that for about 15 minutes will actually not only strengthen your heart a lot better, but it'll actually raise up your metabolism all during the day, and you'll actually burn more fat throughout the day than if you jogged for an hour. But once again, I will highly encourage you to get yourself a qualified personal trainer, at least to get started. If you get a qualified trainer, he can get you going, or she can get you going on a program that's going to be safe, going to be fun, it's going to be the right one for you, and you'll do it in the right way so you won't injure yourself. So that's so important. And that's what I do with all my clients. The first thing is we really evaluate you, so we know what's going to work the best for you, and something that you're going to be able to stick with and actually get some really good results. And then, of course, you really need to do some strength training. You want to build more muscle. The more muscle you have, the higher metabolism you have, and the less fat you're going to have in your body. So you've definitely got to develop a strength training program, and I highly recommend what I teach is called functional fitness. It's just using your own body weight for resistance. And that's so easy that we doesn't give you an excuse. You don't have to go to the gym. You have to go for hours, do all these different things. I have a program called Fast Fit 17. You can check that out at fastfit17.com. It's a complete program of where you only have to do these basic full body exercises using just your own body weight. It only takes 717.com. So that's movement. And there's everything. You've got to make sure you're getting sleep. You got to get in rest. If you're not getting enough sleep, like so many people also in America, you're so stressed out, your body's again going to hold on to that fat to try and protect you, because your body's under stress. You're not getting enough rest. You're not getting enough nutrients. So your body's trying to protect you with that excess body fat. So if you don't get the rest, the relaxation, the sleep, the good nutrition, movement on a daily basis, you're not going to be able to reduce that excess body fat. So let's see, I've talked about just the basic stuff, but again, if you get the ebook, it's just got so much more information. There's different supplements, natural supplements that can be helpful. Again, you don't actually need these, but you can, these days you can Google it. There's so much information out there about supplements that have been proven to help you. But all these diet pills, you don't want to take all those things. Those things can be really dangerous for your health. But there's some natural products that maybe can be helpful. It's not, I would say it's at least worth a try, So just to give you a quick little summary here, a good checklist for beginning and maximizing your program is, first of all, get rid of all the excuses. No matter what you've done in the past or what's happened in the past, or if you think you don't have time, you got to get rid of all those are just excuses. And again, I can assure you that some of the busiest, most successful people take the time to exercise, take the time to get the proper diet for themselves, make sure they get enough sleep, make sure they're doing the right movement, they get coaching. I know this is true because I've worked with many of these top CEOs and executives who are super busy, but they know how much it's going to benefit you. And also, being over fat, especially if you're on the borderline or obese, that's really going to shorten your life. It's a precursor to all these chronic illnesses, and particularly like diabetes and cancer and heart disease. So you've got to step up and take responsibility for that and make sure that that's not what's happening to you. Make sure you get checked by your doctor so you know really what's going on. And the main thing is it's just what you're going to find out anyway. Again, the goal is not to get rid of the excess body fat. I mean, that's something that's going to happen when you have the right goal to get your body as fit and as healthy and as energetic as you possibly can. And then you're going to be able to not only be much more successful, you're going to be able to enjoy your life a whole lot more. So that's it for this episode. So if you enjoyed today's episode, tell your friends about the Fearless Aging TV show, and we'll be back here again every Wednesday at 6 p.m. All right. Thank you so much for being here, and go out and make it happen.